Abilene, because that's where I come from.
Here we go. D is in district, A is in attorney.
Hey, that's pretty good. You keep that up, son. They're going to tell you you're smart enough to go to law school.
Frank Danning, the Abilene Flash. Come on, give me a little Texas howdy. How are you, Frank? You're the last person I thought we'd ever get over here.
Well, I was told that this town has got enough hula girls to sink the battleship Missouri. And I've been all over town. I haven't seen one.
That's because I've got them all hidden, you see. And by the time the last dull speaker finishes, they're going to come crashing out through these doors like an army of love-starved Amazons.
I sure hope so, Jason, because I didn't fly 3,000 miles to hear a bunch of stuffed shirts try to explain the law.
Hello, buddy.
McCabe.
Oh, hello, Wayne. I'm glad you could make it.
The board picked Honolulu, and God only knows why. Chicago would have been a lot more convenient.
Well, if you want the truth, I don't like being host any more than you like being visitor. But, for once, Wayne, let's try to see if we can get along, shall we?
I want that entire roof area secured, on the double. I don't want another warm body up there unless he belongs to me. You understand?
Yes, sir.
What the hell happened here?
I'm Benny Krause, Mr. McCabe, Chief of Security.
Yeah.
We got a real bad one here, sir. 6 rooms, cleaned out everything except toilet paper.
Did any of them belong to the people in my conference?
Just one, some guy from Chicago.
McCabe, my room was hit. Stole my gold watch.
Your watch?
Oh, Jason, the mayor himself gave me that watch. That was for prosecuting that Southside copper plumbing scandal.
Oh, well, thank God the Windy City's safe again, huh?
Well, at least the people who live there won't have to worry about getting ripped off while they're attending a law and order conference. This is an absolute disgrace.
Wayne, you'll get your watch back. Won't he, Mr. Krause?
I think I already know who took it.
Who?
Cat burglar by the name of Harry McGinn.
Let me see that. He just got out of prison. Why would anyone pull a major job before the ink's dry on his release papers?
Because that's how he gets his kicks. This is his kind of job. Luxury hotel bursting its seams with rich tourists. And you know what he probably liked best? There was a conference of DAs right downstairs.
Good morning.
Don't push your luck.
Oh, well, hello to you, too. Don't blame me that the train got ripped off.
What the hell are you grinning about?
Oh, it's nothing. I just thought it was kind of funny the way they wrote about it in the paper.
You think this is funny? Cat burglar embarrasses DA conference? When we catch this guy, I want him put to straitjacket and hung by the heels.
I used to be able to do that. You know, escape from a straitjacket hanging upside down, just like that great magician, Houdini. And my mom and dad, they went to vaudeville. They saw him. They even gave me his first name.
Who the hell is this?
I'm Harry McGinn, Mr. McCabe. And I read the papers, too. I know that Krause has me pegged as the suspect.
His primary suspect. The burglary last night fits your M.O. to a T.
Look, I've only been out of prison for less than 48 hours, and I've spent most of that time trying to locate what's left of my family.
All right, let's start with last night. You have an alibi?
Not airtight. No, I called around to a few places. I'm trying to find my son.
Well, why don't you just write down the names of the people you called?
I have already done that, sir. Look, there are only about 6 guys around who are capable of pulling off that kind of a job. Now, if you just let me examine the crime scene, maybe I can point you in the right direction.
And if you're the actual perpetrator, you can also compromise the investigation.
I did not do it, Mr. McCabe. And if you let me, I'll prove it.
And I'll get back to you.
Okay, thanks. My parole officer knows where to find me.
What do you think?
He's just another ex-con with a line.
Yeah, but why would he come to us to help?
Maybe because he's smart. No, I'm not letting this man participate in this investigation as long as there's the slightest possibility he's a suspect.
Okay. What do you want me to do? Hand it over to HPD?
Well, no. Not exactly.
Eric? Hey!
Heard you were back in town. Already made the morning papers, huh?
No, Eric. I didn't have anything to do with that job.
That's what you told me last time, remember, Dad? When the cops came in and shoved your face against the couch and put the handcuffs on?
Yeah. Oh, come on down. Let's talk.
I got a lot of work to do.
I was sorry about your grandmother.
Yeah, I bet you were.
I know, she and I didn't always get along exactly.
Yeah, well, if it wasn't for Grandma, I wouldn't have had anybody.
I know, and I'm sorry.
I hope you are. Because I sure as hell am.
Listen to me. I'm gonna make all this up to you, if you let me.
I don't need you anymore. Remember, Dad? When the cops came in and shoved your face against the couch and put the handcuffs on?
He's on the move! Drop it! Put your hands in the air!
Remember, Dad?
We find the defendant, Harry McGinn, guilty as charged.
Remember, Dad?
I sentence you to 10 years.
You're a funny guy. You must have been the class clown.
You see that jump? Over to the other building?
It's not a jump, it's suicide.
6 years ago, I hit a couple of suites downstairs. Unfortunately, somebody spotted me and called the police. If I had only made that jump.
I think you did the right thing. I don't think anybody can make that jump.
Maybe. I sure have had a long time to wonder, though. I used to sit at night in prison, and I used to run the whole thing through in my mind over and over.
Did you make it?
Oh, hey, that's the great thing about fantasies. You always make it.
I saw you talking to your son down at the marina.
He's why I've got to make this thing work. It's my last chance.
It's gonna take more than words. You got a lousy track record.
I swear to you, I did not pull that burglary last night. Now, just give me a shot at proving it.
Can't, my boss says no.
What, if he knew how important it was? I mean, you saw Eric, what he thinks of me. I'm begging you, please. Help me clear my name. Please.
No, Wayne, we have not found your watch yet. Yes, I know it was a gift from the mayor, you told me. Yes, I know how much sentimental value it has for you, you told me that too. You also told me several times how much a watch like that costs. Is there anything about the damned watch that you think you haven't told me? Now, just a moment. Please don't take that tone with me. It's not like I stole the damn thing. Derek!
Yes, Mr. McCabe?
I want you to go find the stolen watch for me.
A watch?
Yes, a watch, Derek. A stolen watch. I would suggest pawn shops, street vendors, and known fences.
Mr. McCabe, isn't that the sort of thing that the police can do better?
No, Derek, it is the sort of thing that you can do better, because I say you can do it better.
Yes, sir.
Now, the item is a gold dress watch with 3 diamonds representing 3, 6, and 9 o'clock. A gold weave band with an inscription on the back that says, Master of the Copper Plumbing Scandal. Have you got that?
Got it.
Good. All right, go.
Yes, sir.
Police officer.
Easy.
Can I help you?
Easy, I'm security.
Yeah?
What's he doing here?
Have you met Benny Krause, Jake? He's a security guard.
I am chief of security for the hotel.
Makes a great entrance, doesn't he?
Nobody's supposed to be in here. This is a crime scene.
I'm one of the investigators, Jake Stiles. I got a key to the room from downstairs.
Well, congratulations. I see you have the perpetrator in custody.
This wasn't my job, dummy. Do you think I'd come down the windward side like that? That guy's lucky he wasn't blown all the way down to the street.
You got an answer for everything, don't you, McGinn?
See, Benny here had 6 hotels in Vegas. He was a big shot chief of security. How many of those hotels did I hit, Benny? 6? See, they finally fired him because he couldn't nail me.
Mr. Cross, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to finish up here.
Yeah, well, you go right ahead. But I'm going to take it on myself to call this guy's parole officer. I mean, maybe you can't see that you got the perpetrator right underneath your nose, but I can.
Do you think I pulled this job?
I wouldn't bet the farm on it.
No, Jake, I don't think Harry McGinn did it.
No, no. Thank you. Nori, I thought parole officers were supposed to stay objective.
I am, and very objective. But McGinn wouldn't risk anything like that right now. There's something that means too much to him.
I know. His son.
Yes. That's the biggest thing in his life is getting back with that boy.
Let me ask you something. What would you have to do if his alibi doesn't check out?
I'll violate his parole. No question. Jake, I spoke to his prison counselor. Did you know that McGinn tried to write to his son the whole time that he was in prison? And the boy's grandmother returned all of his letters unopened.
You mean the kid never knew that his father was writing him letters?
That's right.
All that time?
That's right. McGinn was devastated, but there was nothing he could do. So now he's trying to reach that boy in every way that he can.
McGinn?
Yeah, what?
How are you? I'd like to, talk to you about your father, if I could.
You a cop?
My name's Jake Stiles. I'm with the prosecuting attorney's office. Here's my card.
Yeah. Didn't take him long to get in trouble, did it?
I don't know. Not real sure he's involved. Guess I'm just trying to help your father out.
Yeah, that's a good one. Needs all the help he can get.
Maybe he's trying to change.
And he got you, didn't he?
He got me? What do you mean he got me?
I mean, he conned you and you bought it. Listen, let me tell you a little something about my dear old dad. He's great at making promises, okay? About once a month, promised my mom he was going to get a straight job, start taking care of us. He promised me we were going to go sailing, have a great time together. You know what? We believed him. Every single time. So if you want to buy his rap, go ahead, be my guest. I gave that up a long time ago.
Maybe he'd like to make a lot of things up to you. You ever think about that?
Is there something specific you wanted to talk to me about, Mr. Stiles? Because if not, it's getting late. I'd like to get out of here.
Yeah. I'd like to ask you something. Do you think it's possible for people to change?
Yeah, man, I do. I think it's possible for people to change. I just don't think it's possible for Harry McGinn.
I specifically said you were not to take that man to the crime scene.
What a man was innocent until proven guilty.
I can presume a man innocent and still not want him having access to our official investigation, Jake.
Look, I checked McGinn's record. He's not just good. This guy's a pro. He's the best. Now, the last thing he would have done is rappel himself down the exposed side of that hotel. He would have never have done that, Jake.
He's a suspect, Jake. Not an impartial observer, a suspect.
I just think this guy's worth taking a chance on. All I'm saying is let's just give him a little room. What do you say?
Benny Krause? Where are you, Benny Krause? Get out of here!
In the lobby. We need 2 security guys right now.
I want to see Benny Krause now. Get him!
What's your problem again?
You reported me to my parole officer. You're trying to get me violated.
And I'm gonna succeed. You're drunk.
Head of security. No wonder the burglars hit this place. You couldn't catch a cold.
Back off, McGinn.
Tell me something, Mr. Big Man. In all your years of playing a detective, you ever once bag a real crook, huh?
I said back off!
Come on! Come on, garbage, come on! I want to beat the living hell out of you!
Congratulations, you just screwed up without me. You're gonna go back to the joint for this one. I'm gonna bust you for assault. You're gonna go away for another 10 years. All right. Come on. Clear the way, please.
Yell quietly, please. I got this major league hangover. I can explain.
Yeah, I bet you can. You're real good with the sad stories, aren't you?
No, you don't understand.
I don't understand what? Tell me how things are gonna change for you. You hand me that crap. You tell me how you're gonna square things with your kid.
Everything I told you was
Don't
true.
you insult me, man. Don't you dare. I stepped out on the ledge for you when you pushed me off.
Come on, Jake. Didn't you ever get tweaked and lose it and then just pop some guy?
You shut up and listen to me. I don't think you know who the hell you are. You're an ex-con, Harry. You got rules. You break the rules, they stuff you away. No more starting over, that's it. Understand? It's over.
I don't get it. Why are you even here, Jake?
The way I see it, kids are supposed to have fathers.
Jake, you are driving me up the wall. You know, you've jeopardized any possible case we might have had against the man, and now you want me to protect him from an assault charge on a hotel security officer?
The guy is an ex-con, okay? He's not facing a battery rap. Now, you file a charge on him, he goes back to the joint. You know that, Kraus knows that, I know that.
You decided to be a pal, a buddy, right? Damn it, Jake, until we've eliminated him, Harry McGinn's a suspect. You can't be his friend and a cop, too.
Look, half a dozen witnesses saw Kraus push him first. Now, if it had been you, you would have decked him.
No, I would not
Yes, you would have.
decked him, as you so colorfully put it. Let me ask you this. How long have you known the man? A day and a half, maybe? Why are you his champion all of a sudden?
I don't think he pulled the job. That's why.
McCabe here. When? All right, we're on our way.
What's up?
That was HPD. Another hotel has been hit, the Meridian. It was a cat burglar.
Looks like it came down from the roof. There are Jimmy marks on the balcony doors just like the other places. Maybe the same burglar.
It's McGinn. You want me to say I told you so?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't say anything at all.
You know, you can't stand it when I'm right, can you? If you'd listen to me in the
Mr.
first
Kraus,
place...
I think you're the most unlucky security chief in town. Now, you just flat out stink at your job, so don't presume to tell me my job. What is it?
Clock. Looks like, Plug got pulled out of the wall when the cat knocked the table over.
11:45. Well, that gives us a time on the burglary. HPD got the call a little after 8:30 this morning, so that's got to be 11:45 last night.
Harry was booked downtown at 10:39 last night. HPD had him in custody for 1 hour. That's 1 hour before this room was robbed.
And if the same cat pulled both jobs...
Harry's not our man. Come in, JL. You always come over when I'm cooking. Your nose like a dog. Come in!
You, left a number on the card. I thought it'd be all right if I came over.
Yeah, it's okay. Come on in. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah. I'm just making some dinner here. You eat yet?
No. No, I just got off. Wanted to finish up, you know?
Yeah. Well, it ain't much, just leftovers, but you're welcome to it.
Hey, how'd you like some ahi?
I love it. Wish I had some.
Fringe benefits. We'll grill it.
You cut it up. Deal?
Deal. So what's it to you, huh?
What's that?
Me and my dad.
Oh. Well, it's kind of hits home with me a little bit. My father left me when I was 7.
You're kidding.
No. Christmas rolled around, he was still a no-show.
Did you ever see him again?
Nope. But I hope I do someday.
Listen, you think my dad's finally gonna go straight?
I don't know. Did you know that your father wrote you when he was in prison?
Yeah, right. I never even got a postcard.
No, he wrote. For 6 years he wrote. Your grandmother sent him back. You didn't know that, did you?
No.
I guess she thought she was doing the right thing, but I think you should know that your father was trying. Just like he's doing now.
Lily!
It's Lisbeth, Mr. McCabe.
What is this terrible, god-awful odor in here? It smells like...
New moon hay?
No, not new moon hay. Rotting grass.
The scent is perfectly charming. It's called Pine Forest.
You sprayed my office?
Mr. McCabe, to put it politely, your office smells, well, foul. With your doggy odor and those awful cigars. I mean, it's just unprofessional.
Oh, you feel that cigars are unprofessional, huh? What about your Winston Churchill? He smokes cigars. As a matter of fact, the cigar I'm smoking right now, his size is called a Winston Churchill. And I want to tell you something else. I like the way this office smelled. It smelled like it was lived in to me then. I only have one thing to say to you, Lizzie. Get out.
You're impossible.
Leave.
You're impossible.
Will you get out?
You're just impossible.
Will you
It's
get
just-
out?
Thanks for not filing against Harry. I appreciate it.
Is this called sucking up, Jake?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. You know, they say that you're a foul-tempered jackass, but I told them they were wrong.
Well, don't let it get out, Siles. I got a career to think of. Well, did you find the watch?
No.
Did you check all the pawn shops, the flea markets?
No, and I'm not going to. Mr. McCabe, I am a deputy prosecuting attorney. I went to law school. I graduated third in my class. I made law review. I am good at my job. I have plans for the future. I'd like you to know that I plan on having your job someday. I do not walk your dog. I do not run your errands. And I do not waste my valuable time looking for some old crony's watch. If you don't like it,
I know what I can do about it. I made that same speech in 1963. I did it a little better, I think. Not much, but a little. McCabe. Oh, hell yes, I still want it. Keep him there. You promise? All right. Booker Pete says there's a guy willing to sell a certain watch down at the Barefoot Bar. Let's go.
Derek's waiting for you to yell at him. He's gonna go nuts if you don't.
I know. Bartender. One libation, if you will, please. I've already had too many chi-chis. Something colorful, you know? Something that'll shimmy and shake on the way down and then kick me right in the head when it gets there.
I'll get you volcanoes guaranteed to erupt at the right time.
G'day, mate.
G'day.
You staying at the hotel?
Oh, yeah. I just got in last night. Idiot Brawley. I'm at doorknobs. My knobs are on every door from northeast Oklahoma to West Tennessee. My friends call me Hill, but I think a mountain is a little more fitting now, don't you?
Well, pleased to meet you, Hill. My mates call me the Wallaby.
Wallaby? That's one of them little kangaroos, huh?
That's right.
Oh, yeah, I've seen them in pictures. What are you into, Wallaby?
Well, I'm an independent corporation, Hill. I market previously owned jewelry around the Pacific.
Previously owned? That doesn't mean used, does it?
Well, I purchase my inventory from estate sales, mostly. You know, rich people who fall on hard times.
Well, I'm from Missouri myself, so you got to show me. You got any samples?
Matter of fact.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Exquisite, don't you agree?
Oh, no. Oh, may I touch that? Thank you. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Ooh. You know, if I owned this watch, I'd light them up back in St. Louis. Gold watch, 1, 2, 3 diamonds. Look at that. Master of the copper plumbing scandal?
Ah, yeah, wealthy Japanese gentleman. He had the lock on the world copper market for a while.
Oh, I see, yeah.
How much you willing to offer, my friend?
You sure you want to sell it?
Yeah?
Well, I'd say about 5 to 7.
1,000?
Not thousands, years, you dumb SOB. Looks like it's a bust, doesn't it, Mighty?
Oh! Whoa, up against the wall. Let's go. Up against the wall. Turn around. Hands behind your back. What's happening? What's happening?
Come on.
What is this?
An arrest for the burglary of the Trident Waikiki. And I believe we'll tie you into the one at the Meridian.
No way, mate, no way.
Yes, a why, mate. That watch was taken in the Waikiki Hotel burglary.
Okay, but the Meridian wasn't me. I was in Maui till this morning selling the stuff, and I can prove it.
Then prove it.
Check my hotel. I'm willing to cop for the Triton, but I'm not taking the fall for both gigs, okay?
Take care of it, Jake.
Okay, yeah. All right. Thanks, man.
Come on, let's move it.
Get that back to the office, will you? Thank you.
Well, that Aussie may have hit the Triton Waikiki, but his alibi checks for the Meridian. Looks like we got a second cat burglar on our hands here.
You any idea who?
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, come on, Jake. There's coincidence, and then there's wild improbability.
Look, you thought McGinn did the first job, and he didn't. What makes you think he did this one? Tell me.
Well, let's see what the facts say, huh?
Where are you going?
Well, if you really care to know, you'll have to tag along, won't you?
Hi. You know, I'm not surprised to see you working on boats. You used to love to go sailing when you were a little boy. From the time you were about 2 or 3. We had lots of good times out there, didn't we? You remember that little boat that we had? What was it called? The Rub-a-Dub-Dub.
Yeah, we had some great times out there.
Okay. You see that boat over there with the for sale sign on it?
Yeah, the Ticket Chance. What about it?
I put a down payment on her. I think she'll make a fine charter boat in Tahiti.
Where'd you get the money?
Your grandfather gave your mother and me some stock when we got married. I sold it yesterday. And we're gonna work that boat. You and me. Side by side. We got a lot of time to make up for. I wrote these to you. In prison. I know you never saw them.
So why you give them to me now?
Because I want you to read them. Tell you a little bit more about me. And then you make up your mind. It'll be a good life for you, Eric. For me, too, for both of us. Brand new start. So, if you decide you want to go with me, I'll meet you right over there at that boat. At 6 o'clock sharp. And we'll be on our way.
Convenient, don't you think? The clock gets pulled out of the wall, and we get ourselves the exact time of the break-in.
Jay, that's it. That's the way it happened.
You ever have one of those nights, Jake, where you can't stop thinking about something?
Yeah, sure.
Keeps you awake, thinking about it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this hotel recently remodeled all its rooms. Everything new and shiny, including the electrical wall sockets and plates. Did you ever notice what a tight fit they have when they're new? Jake, I think McGinn set the time ahead, then pulled the plug. Then he went down and staged a fight with Krause in front of eyewitnesses.
That's conjecture.
One way to find out.
What do you mean? Set it up like it was that night?
Mm-hmm.
Fine, okay. Okay, this is the table, right?
Yeah.
Say, what, about this high?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, clock sitting here. Table gets knocked over.
Fate made him a suspect in the first burglary, Jake. He committed the second one to clear his name and to get the police off his back. Question is, why?
I think I know the answer to that.
Where you going, Jake?
I'm going to the Meridian. There's a convention there, and I know McGinn's going to hit it.
I got it. Thanks.
You're a good con, Harry. You hooked me with a kid, didn't you?
How did you catch on, Jake, huh?
Because you're a player. You play to win. 6 years ago, you lost, and this is where they beat you, didn't they? Besides, the hotel is filled with jewels. You couldn't resist that.
Yeah. And all this stuff's gonna buy me a whole new life with my kid.
You want Eric to live the way you do? Always looking over your shoulder? You know, there's no way out of here. There's no exits. They've all been covered. HPD's all over the place.
I'm not going back, Jake. I promised
Harry,
my kid, and I've broken enough
You're not
promises.
gonna make it. You're not gonna make it.
Oh, yes, I can. I've been practicing for 6 years, Jake.
Harry?
You won't shoot me, Jake. You visit me in Tahiti, Jake.
Harry! Harry!
How's it, Jake?
Good, good. He's about ready to get me, but besides that.
Me too. I got a real pro job here. Yeah? Single shot to the head. Clean, in and out. Hardly any blood even.
Looks like it did the trick. How you doing, all right?
I'm busy. A lot of people killing each other lately. What are you doing down here?
Yeah, McCabe knew this guy. Was you up?
Nope. A lot of money on him. Expensive watch, diamond pin. Shooter wasn't interested. Either that or he got scared away by a witness before he could help himself to the goodies.
Is that her over there?
Yeah.
She get a good look at the killer?
Good enough. I'm taking her downtown. Maybe we can work up a sketch.
What about a vehicle? Did you see him drive away?
Heard him take off from the lower floor, that's it.
She looks pretty upset. You mind if I talk to her?
Be my guest.
I hate this part. All right, thanks. Hi.
Hi,
What's your name?
Marcy. Marcy Thompson.
Marcy, my name is Jake Stiles. I'm in the PA's office. I know these guys have asked you a lot of questions already. Would you mind answering a few more for me?
I'll try.
All right. I understand that Mr. Delacourt was your boss. Is that true?
Yeah, for 3 years now.
Do you have any idea who might have done this?
No. Everybody loved him. You couldn't help it.
The bank doesn't open up till 9 o'clock. Did your boss always come to the office early?
No, he had an early meeting.
Do you know who the meeting was with?
He never said. You know, if only I had just gotten here a little earlier.
I'm sure you did everything you could. I tell you what, you work with that police artist on this sketch, we'll have a pretty good chance of catching this guy, right? You take care of yourself, all right? Okay. Forrest, you want to take care of this lady?
Do you recognize this man, Miss Steele?
No. I've never seen him before.
Mr. Delacourt's secretary said he had an early meeting scheduled yesterday. Did you know anything about this?
I'm afraid not, no. Stan and I rarely sat in on each other's meetings. I'll look into it, though.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Miss Steele, you work pretty closely with him. Could he have come in contact with, say, some undesirable elements?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The murder looked a lot like a professional hit. Maybe you got on the wrong side of the wrong people.
Stanton Delacourt was the most honest, decent, caring man I ever knew.
I've been hearing that.
He was also my mentor, Mr. Stiles. He hired me right out of business school. Taught me most of what I know about banking. About life. So whatever I can do to help you catch that person, just ask.
I will. Thank you.
There you go, Mrs. Milborn. Have a good swim. By the way, nice suit.
Still got a knife for the girls, huh, Sam?
Whatever gets the tips. What's shaking, Jake?
Nothing much. You're trying to catch some bad guys?
Hey, I'm strictly legit now, Jake.
Sam, I'm not saying that you're not, okay?
Look, the truth. You and the fat man straightened me out the last time. Tourists are my life.
Yeah.
What can I do for you?
Listen, I'm looking for this guy here. You ever seen him before?
No.
You sure?
What do you do?
Yeah, he's a banker named Delacourt.
Never heard of him. This guy ain't nobody I know.
You being straight with me, Sam?
On my mother's grave. Look, I'm out of the life now. But if this guy's a pro hitter, he ain't domestic. He's been imported.
All right. Do me a favor. Run it through the grapevine, see what you can find out, okay?
Yeah, you got it.
I appreciate it.
I owe you one.
All right. See ya. Jail?
Yeah.
I got HPD on the airports and the docks, but up to now, our boy's doing a pretty good job of making himself scarce.
I'll keep looking.
What's the matter? You all right?
I'm fine.
Yeah, well, what with the big storm last night? Did you get much sleep?
Damn it, I said I'm fine.
But his roof? Oh, that sprang more leaks than a congressional subcommittee.
You need to put some money in that house.
Unlike some of us, creature comforts are not the sine qua non of my existence.
Well, forget comfort. How about shelter? Max has got a better house than you do.
You got anything from our friend Sam?
No, he's asking around, though.
I'm sorry, Jake, but this mob theory of yours feels all wrong to me.
Well, you got a better idea. I'd like to hear it.
What about someone from his personal life?
Nah, I thought about that. Delacourt didn't have a personal life. His wife died about 5 years ago, and ever since then, all he's done is work.
Maybe there's another way of looking at this.
I'm open.
Flight number 134 from Maui is now arriving at gate 22.
Close enough for me.
Suspect spotted curbside check-in, Terminal 3. Move in. Roger.
Flight's canceled, friend.
Okay. Okay, don't shoot. You got me?
All right, line up single file, back against the wall. Face front, please.
That's him. The second from the right. I'd know him anywhere.
You're sure?
Yeah.
Your lucky day, gentlemen.
I take it we got a positive ID?
100%.
You'd have better stand up in court. I want this guy.
Oh, I don't think that's a problem. He's ready to confess.
Mr. Wicks, you understand that your attorney has agreed to let me ask you some questions about your confession.
Yes, sir. She told me.
You understand, Mr. McCabe, that we plan to assert that he was acting under extreme emotional distress and that the court should treat him with leniency.
Yes, I understand that.
Then ask away.
Anything you want.
Tell me again what happened.
Well, I work in construction, and I'm good. But I've always wanted to be my own boss, so I figured if I can get some capital, I could start my own company.
So you went to Mr. Delacourt for a loan?
Yeah. But when I tell him my idea, he pretty much just laughs in my face. He told me that nobody in their right mind would give me a loan.
And that, of course, enraged you.
You're damn right it did. I've got a wife and a kid to support, Mr. McCabe. How am I supposed to go home and face them after something like that?
What did you do?
Well, my wife didn't even know that I was trying to get a loan, so I just pretended everything was normal. We had supper and watched a little TV, got our boy to bed, and you see, except all the time inside, he was eating at me like some kind of worm or... Anyway, the next morning, there was nothing left. I knew what I had to do.
Were you drinking, Mr. Wicks? Using drugs?
No way.
Lyle is a recovering alcoholic, Mr. McCabe.
I have been sober for almost 3 years.
Tell me what happened that morning.
I got up early, and while my wife was making coffee, I took out this gun that I had stashed in the back of the closet. Then I headed to the parking structure, waited for him, and did it. He didn't laugh then.
How did you know where Delacourt parked his car?
I didn't. I mean, not exactly, but I figured that he had to park somewhere in there, so I just waited for him near the exit.
On the 3rd floor?
Yes.
What if he had parked on, say, the 2nd floor? You'd never have seen him, would you?
But I did see him, and I killed him, all right?
I already told you.
Look, I'm merely trying
Look,
to
the
establish...
man laughed at me. He humiliated me, so I took my gun and I waited for him on the 3rd floor and I shot him in the head. End of story. What do you want from me?
The facts, Mr. Wicks.
That's enough for now. He's obviously still traumatized by the shooting.
So is everyone who knew Stanton Delacourt.
I'm sorry. I really am.
Every guy in the joint says I didn't do it, and you want me to check out the one guy who says I did, right?
I'm telling you, I don't buy it. It was as if he were reciting from a script, Jake. You know, when I questioned him on the details, he became flustered, upset.
Well, you can have that effect on people. You got 30 years of experience. You got a hunch I'll play it out. What do you want me to do?
Take Derek and go back to the bank. Ask around. If Wicks met with Delacourt, it seems like somebody would have a record of it, huh?
All right, it's done. What are these, chocolate chip?
Put it back. Go on, put it back.
All I wanted was one. Jeez.
Mr. McCabe?
Can't a man have a few moments in peace?
Your office told me I could find you here.
Not much of a hideout when they hand out maps. All right. Who are you?
I'm Jeannie Wicks, Lyle's wife. And I don't care what he said, he didn't kill that man. He couldn't have. He couldn't kill anybody.
All right, sit down. The morning of the shooting, did your husband seem upset, disturbed?
He was looking for work. Like always. Things have been tough lately, but if something were really wrong, I mean, something like this, Lyle would have told me. We talk, Mr. McCabe. At least we used to.
You mean he won't talk to you now?
Not since he was arrested. That's why I came to you. I know my husband, he's no murderer.
You know, Ms. Wicks, I don't think he did it either.
Oh, I am so happy to hear you say that. Lyle and I have had our problems, but he's a good man. If he were put away, if something happened to him...
Nothing will happen to him. I'll make sure of that. Or at least I'll try. Okay?
Okay.
Everything is just as Mr. Delacourt left it.
Thanks.
I still can't get used to coming in here and not having him sitting there.
We really appreciate you helping us out.
Anything to make sure that killer gets what he deserves.
Here's that calendar you were talking about.
Oh, yes, Mr. Delacourt kept track of all of his appointments himself. He was meticulous that way.
There it is. Lyle Wicks, 12:30 on Tuesday.
It's the day before the murder.
I would have been at lunch.
And I was out of the office.
Would there be some sort of application or maybe a record of what Wicks and Delacourt talked about?
Probably not. With first-time loan applicants, Mr. Delacourt liked to measure the person first. Financial details came later.
Appreciate the ride home.
A real gentleman, Mr. McCabe.
Thank you.
Would you like to come in?
Hmm?
Have some coffee?
Oh, I don't think so. I'm trying to quit.
How about some lemonade then? It's fresh.
So.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
It's my son. Sorry.
Oh, no, don't be. I raised the boy myself.
Don't worry about it, Alani. I'll take care of it. See you tomorrow.
Is that your truck?
It's Lyle's. Before we had Todd, we used to go camping almost every weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Up in the mountains or some deserted beach. Lyle'd surf and I'd collect shells. I miss that.
Did Lyle drive off in the truck on the morning of the shooting?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
Well, that's what I do, my dear, ask questions. Ask enough of them, and I figure I might have learned something, eh? Well, you certainly have a lovely family, Miss Wicks.
Oh, thank you, Mr. McCabe.
How long has your husband been out of work?
Been a couple of months since he worked steady. Actually, it's more like 4 or 5.
Well, that must be very difficult for all of you.
We're getting by. Lyle's a proud man, Mr. McCabe. And a stubborn one. He wouldn't take just any job, but I gotta hand it to him. He's out there every day, looking, talking to people.
Lyle says he kept the gun in the back of the closet. Had you ever seen it?
No. We never had guns in the house. They scare me.
Me too.
Die, mutant scum!
Ow, will you give me that?
Mom!
No, forget it. Look, can't you just play quietly? Just go read a book or something. And stay off the furniture. Oh, I don't know why Lyle brought these home for him. A whole handful. He has been driving me crazy with these things ever since.
When did he bring this home?
Let's see, I guess it was the night before he was arrested.
Well, Lyle told me he doesn't drink anymore.
It's been 3 years, and I think it's for good. When Lyle makes up his mind to do something, he sticks with it.
Mind if I take this?
Be my guest.
Mr. McCabe, I've been looking for you.
Now you found me. What happened at the bank?
Wicks talked to Delacourt about a loan, all right. It was in Delacourt's computer.
So he applies for a loan and gets turned down. That's hardly a reason to kill a man.
He was desperate. Went crazy, he said so himself.
Over a small business loan? I find that hard to believe.
I don't know, Mr. McCabe. People flip out over money all the time.
Mr. McCabe, I've taken the liberty of soliciting several bids for repairs on your roof. There you go.
I am touched.
Now, yes. Well, now there's quite a range in price, as you'll see, but they all agree on one thing.
What's that?
That you could have saved yourself a lot of money if you hadn't let it go so long.
Well, that happens to be their opinion, doesn't it? $12,000. $20,000.
Oh, yes, well, that one includes facilities for Max, I believe.
This is highway robbery. These people should be taken out and shot.
Elizabeth, you heard him. Have him shot. So, Mr. McCabe, Lyle Wick's bail hearing is in 20 minutes. What's our position?
Due to the seriousness of these charges, and also the need for further psychiatric evaluation, the defendant will be held without bail.
That being the case, Your Honor, I would request that a hearing to accept Mr. Wick's plea of guilty be set for as soon as possible.
I see no reason why we shouldn't start next week.
If it please Your Honor, I'd like a little more time.
What for, Mr. McCabe? We're dealing with a guilty plea here, not a murder trial.
Indulge me, sir. I have a few things I'm working on.
All right, 2 weeks, no more.
This is Lyle
Whoa.
Wicks, confessed murderer of banker Stanton Delacourt.
He was denied bail today, pending further psychiatric
Check it
evaluation.
out. That psycho looks just like you, Miller.
During questioning,
Weird.
an act of revenge. Wicks was
But then I've heard everyone has a double running around somewhere.
Well, yours isn't going to be running around much longer. He's going away for life.
Good. One of me is enough.
You got that right.
Bye-bye, Katie.
You know it's not smart hanging out in public.
Relax. The place was empty. Hey, what am I supposed to do, huh? Hide out in my room all the time without you, huh?
I've been planning this for over a year. I'm not going to let you blow it.
The police have their man. No one's looking for me, huh? Relax.
Come on. Here you go, Max. Come on. How about a treat, huh, baby? That's a gentleman. You're a good boy, you are.
You haven't been feeding the dog, huh?
Oh, no, he's been fine. I'm the one who's off his food. It's that infernal leak in my roof.
Pressure's pretty bad, right?
Oh, the bids I got for repairs are enough to give anyone indigestion.
Try a little of this. That's what the doctor ordered. You love it. It's great.
Oh, I don't think I can do it, Jake, but
taste it.
let me just try the sauce, may I? Well, you've done it again. You're still quite a chef, Jake. It needs just a little salt, perhaps, huh?
Now with your blood pressure, forget it. Where were you this afternoon?
Out at Lyle Wick's house, talking to his wife.
Yeah?
Yeah. It is good.
Yeah?
I can't stop thinking that we're missing something.
Missing what?
I know Lyle's story checked out, that he met with Delacourt, but I still don't see him as the killer.
Okay.
Delacourt's secretary said she heard the killer drive out of the parking structure. Wicks drives a camper. It's too tall to even go into the parking structure. I checked it.
Wicks claimed it was an act of passion. He said it was out of his gourd. That's true. How come he was cool enough to have Delacourt kneel down while he put a bullet in the back of his head?
I know it doesn't fit.
Doesn't work. This guy's too good of a banker to shine somebody on like that.
But he was ID'd by an eyewitness. Not to mention the small matter of his confession.
Well, where does that leave us?
And a whole lot of questions. Fortunately, I have a place for you to start looking for answers.
Tiki room? Do you recognize this man?
Not a great picture.
Well, they usually aren't.
Well, sure, I recognize him. Lyle Wicks. Sweet guy. I couldn't believe it when I saw him up for that murder. He used to come in here all the time.
He used to, huh?
Well, he went on the wagon a couple of years ago. We didn't see him for a while until the other night.
He was here?
Yeah, the night before he was arrested. With his knockout. Classy looker. Some kind of businesswoman.
This woman, was she about 5'6"? Red hair. Looks like she can make $1 million deals for breakfast.
Why, you know her?
I think so. Thank you for your time. Lady Banker's up to something. What's she doing hanging out with Lyle Wicks?
I don't know. But the further we get into this, the less sense it makes.
Used to be a regular at that bar. Everybody I talk to, they say he's a sweetheart, right?
Lyle's the only one who says he isn't. He says he's a murderer.
You think we got the wrong guy?
I think it's about time we found out.
I just got the word. It's moving out tomorrow.
No problem.
I can't wait to have you and the money on that boat.
We'll both be there. You are going to be one very happy woman.
I'm sorry, Miss Steele. I told him you were on the phone.
Miss Steele, we have a search warrant?
Can you tell me what this is about? Maybe I can help.
I'm sure you can.
I want to go on record that I've advised my client not to say anything further.
So noted.
And I already told you.
I am not interested in what you told me. I'm interested in the truth.
I swear that...
What do you swear, Lyle? That your whole story is a fabrication? You never killed anyone.
No, I didn't.
Say it! What did you drive when you murdered Delacourt?
My truck?
You drove it into the parking structure?
Yeah.
Your truck can't even make it into that parking structure. It's 6 inches too tall. You want to answer another one? What's Morgan Steele got on you? You're throwing your life away.
Who's Morgan Steele?
Why did you meet her at the tiki room? What were you doing?
I don't remember.
Talk to me!
I insist that I talk to my client before we go any further.
Fine. And I'm telling you, sooner or later I will find the truth, and I hope for your family's sake you are less guilty than you seem right now.
This computer and Delacourt's are linked. He could access her data, and she could access his.
Nice arrangement.
Well, I went back to the root directory. The log entry for the victim's alleged meeting with the defendant was actually made after the victim's death.
25 words or less, you're saying that Miss Steele put that appointment in his calendar?
Barring modem hookups with the hereafter, that'd have to be my conclusion. Yes.
I think you and I should take a walk. Let's go.
What's this all about?
I think it's time that you and I got to know each other a little better.
What?
What do you do to have fun? Have a good time. You ever been to the tiki room?
No, I've never heard of it.
You sure? The place is dark, it's romantic. It serves drinks with little umbrellas in them.
That's hardly my style.
Yeah, I would have said the same thing, except you have an admirer there who swears he saw you and Lyle Wicks there the night of the murder. Thought you said you never met him. That's lie number one. Number two, I have a computer whiz in there who says that Lyle Wicks never met your boss. You made it look that way.
I don't know what you think you're doing, but I do know one thing. If I was in any real trouble, you'd have arrested me.
I'll see you around.
See? He looks exactly like Lyle Wicks.
This isn't Lyle Wicks. This is our murderer.
Oh, come on, make up your mind, Max. We're supposed to be getting some exercise here, you know? It's doctor's orders. You know, I'm gonna talk to that doctor about you. Maybe you got some kind of a mechanical problem or something. Why couldn't I have liked cats?
Mr. McCabe.
What? Oh, Derek, what are you doing here?
I went by your house. Jake and I have something on the Wicks case.
Oh, I'll be right there. Assuming Max will cooperate. Come on, Max. Max? Come on, Max. Max! A doppelganger.
A double?
Mm-hmm. It's the only logical explanation.
You know what kills Delacourt? There's a witness, so Morgan gets Lyle to take the fall.
Why?
Why? Something big's going down, that's why. Something that this guy needs to stick around town for.
I never would have bothered finding a double.
I bet money it's got something to do with the bank.
Delacourt found out about it, so they erased him.
Derek, find out who this guy is and what he and Steele have going at the bank. And do it fast. We don't have much time.
Yes, sir.
She's not here. Gotta get over to Hawaiian Federal. Let's go.
That's it. 6 million.
Great. Okay, Jerry, seal it up.
Do you know where she might be?
Miss Steele isn't in right now. She had a doctor's appointment. Do you want to wait?
No, that's okay. I'll catch up with her. Let's go.
Okay. Should be in San Francisco in about 6 hours. Federal Reserve officer will pick it up there.
Wouldn't it be nice if it was ours?
Yeah, sometimes it seems a shame for them to just shred it all. But I suppose you can't use it forever. Am I right? Take care.
I think I found it. According to Hawaiian Federal, $6 million in old currency left the bank this morning for the Federal Reserve in San Francisco. Miss Steele would have known when this was going out. What if she and this guy...
They already have. That was Police Commissioner Ashwood in San Francisco. The plane just landed. Instead of $6 million, they found a container full of shredded coconut. Get me Jake Stiles!
She's closed.
that last customer in here for?
A new account. $3 million.
How did he make that deposit? Not cash.
No. Certified check. Sailor Savings and Loan. He said he wanted to go with us because we have branches all over the world. He's going to be doing a lot of traveling.
How nice for him.
You have reached a number which is no longer in service. If you think you have reached this number in error, please hang up and
You're not going to have time to count it. You're under arrest for conspiracy, grand theft, and a little thing called murder.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The murder of Stanton Delacourt. He found out about your plan to rip off the Federal Reserve shipment, so he killed him.
I don't know anything about any of that.
That's not what he said. You see, what he said was that it was your idea. Everything. Including getting Delacourt to come in early so he could blow his brains out.
You lying bastard. He did it. He killed Delacourt. And then he threatened to kill me if I wouldn't tell him when the money was going out.
Who, him?
Him. Jason Miller.
I'm not Jason Miller. I'm the guy you got to take the blame. 100 grand a year to my family for every year that I was in prison, remember? But you never would have paid me jack, right? No, you'd have been too busy sailing the South Seas in this tub. I must have been some kind of idiot.
She's real convincing, Lyle, but then again, your little charade at the bank was Oscar material. Caught him at his cousin's house. I gave him one thing, though. He wouldn't talk. He wouldn't tell us where the money was. We had to rely on you to panic and lead us right to it. Let's go.
How'd she even find you?
I did some work for her about 6 months ago. She told me that I looked exactly like a friend of hers.
Why, Lyle? Why'd you do it?
It's all my life. I've been the guy that didn't quite make it. You know, I'm not smart enough. I'm not cool enough.
That's not true, Lyle.
No, Jeannie, you believed in me, and I let you down. Hell, I couldn't even afford to buy you something nice for your birthday.
Is that what you think I care about? Things?
You made a mistake, Miss Wicks.
For which he should go to jail. But because of his help, I've asked the judge to put him on probation. You'll report directly to me, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Now all I have to do is find some work. Some real work.
Wait a minute. I've got a perfect job for you.
You do?
Yeah?
Yeah, fixing up his house. It's a mess. And don't let him beat you on the price either, because he's got a lot of money.
Now, see here, Jake.
And by the way, I think I should warn you that some people find him very hard to work with.
Moi?
Mom? Jenny. Oh, honey, I told you to stay in your room.
Is he dead? Is he?
No, I don't want you to think about it. I just want you to get some rest, okay? This is Candace Morgan. Somebody's just been shot at my house.
Can we get that equipment into the lab, boys? Yeah, right over this way. Take this place cordoned off. Take this, please.
Bill?
Any sign of Johnny's gun?
None. You know, maybe he wasn't carrying. Figured this wasn't hostile territory.
Oh, maybe. Keep looking, all right?
Yeah.
This had damn well better be spectacular. I left a perfect stake in the Lakers game to come up here.
The deceased is a male Caucasian.
Johnny Alonso, I knew that. Damn it.
Prominent member of organized crime.
Johnny was telling a story to Morgan when somebody decided to shut his mouth with a .38 through his brain.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Or are you just tantalizing an old man, huh?
She's doing a piece on her TV show about organized crime going into legit business. I guess Johnny was her deep throat, so to speak.
Where is she?
You sure you want to talk to her? Last time you guys talked, you went head to head.
Jake, where is she?
Okay, she's in the living room.
Thank you.
Bill, do me a favor. Make sure the living room was checked out good, all right?
Miss Morgan,
Mr. McCabe, it's been a while.
are you able to answer a few questions?
I just gave a statement to the officer.
Now, why don't you just tell me what happened then?
Let's see, I got back from a meeting in New York. My plane landed at 5:30. I got here at 7. Johnny arrived a few minutes later. He was talking off the record, his deep background on a piece I'm doing.
Talking about the mob to a national correspondent is dangerous stuff. What happened next?
He was walking around as he talked. Suddenly there were 2 gunshots, so fast it seemed almost like one. Johnny went down. I hit the floor. And after a few moments, I I crawled to the phone and called the police.
Anyone else in the house with you?
My daughter, Jenny.
Where is she?
I gave her a sedative and put her to bed. She's only 14. After she heard the shot, she was frightened for me, and she came running in and saw Johnny. It was very traumatic for her.
Of course. Well, we can talk to her tomorrow.
Is that really necessary?
I promise you we'll be as considerate as we can, but we've got to talk to her.
How's the test?
Absolutely clean. No gunshot residue at all.
I should hope not.
Oh, it's standard procedure. We do it on everybody in a case like this.
Is there anything else?
Not right now. And thank you for your cooperation.
Excuse me, Miss Morgan. Could I have your autograph, please? Your show is my favorite.
I never thought I'd enjoy that question, but yes, certainly.
Jake?
Yeah.
We got a time of death? Any witnesses?
No. Neighbors didn't hear a thing. I think because the house is so isolated. Johnny hit the ground. His watch broke at around 8:04. Exactly. What do you think? Open and shut?
Sure.
Yeah?
Mob hears Johnny's being indiscreet, and they give him a lesson in etiquette, that's all. Jake, will you see what you can do about rushing that lab work for me?
Sure. Yeah, I'll get back to you in the office.
Thank you.
You don't have to be quiet, Mom. I'm up.
Did you sleep at all, honey?
Some, I think. Johnny's dead, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
When I looked down and saw the blood coming out.
Oh, honey. Baby, don't think about it, don't.
Mom, did you love him?
Oh, I did for a while. At least I thought I did.
How could... I just don't understand.
Oh, honey. What happened was a terrible thing, but Johnny was a horrible, evil man. Believe me, he had nobody to blame for what happened but himself. Some people call him the most lawless law enforcer since Judge Roy Bean. Some regard him as the savior of a criminal justice.
Come on, Max, watch. Your old man's on.
Criminals and not victims. We're talking about California District Attorney J.L. McCabe.
Yeah.
Mr. McCabe, you're one for turning a phrase. One that's gotten a lot of attention lately is locking up the creeps and throwing away the key.
I assume you're referring to this department's attitude toward repeat offenders and career criminals.
Well, in fact, didn't you once tell a defendant that you wanted to, and I quote, drive a stake through his heart?
I'll admit that offhanded remarks taken out of context can sometimes seem melodramatic. Here it comes. Actually, what I said was that I wanted to drive a stake through his heart, and another one through the heart of that blood-sucking shyster lawyer of his.
Oh, Mr. McCabe, you're watching an interview with Candace Morgan, huh? Hey, I just got a chance to see it on tape. I never got to see it when it was on the air because I was still in law school, and you know, no one gets a chance to watch TV when they're in law school. Whew, man, she really read you the riot act.
Derek, tell me what you've got underneath that ridiculous drape that is even vaguely relevant to Johnny Alonzo's murder.
Show him, Derek.
Broken glass.
Huh?
The guys at the lab put the window the murderer shot through back together again.
Yes, they did a hell of a job. It's true. Yeah.
Anyway, as you can see, one bullet hole.
One hole, huh? Yeah, there's one hole, all right. Meaning?
Well, they found one bullet in the wall and the second in Johnny Alonzo.
Only one of them was fired through the window. Very interesting. Jake?
Got the report right here. The lab found powder burns on the corpse. Whoever killed him was at close range. Next to him, in fact.
More interesting. May I ask if all this circumstantial evidence is leading any place?
Candace Morgan called the police to report the murder to be a little bit after 8.
Well, that's not surprising when you consider the time on Johnny's watch. It broke when it hit the floor, and it read 8:04.
8:04 is not when he died. The medical examiner places the time of death a full hour earlier.
So what happened during the missing hour?
My theory is that someone in the house murdered Johnny, and then they spent the next hour cleaning up, trying to make it look like he was shot from the outside. I think they broke the watch at 8:04 to throw us off.
I don't want to know who this person is.
The guy was a womanizer, JL. Only problem is, his charm came along with a lot of bare knuckles.
Are you suggesting that he and Candace Morgan were lovers?
Well, why else would he be telling her mob secrets? She pushed a little too hard, he didn't like it, and he started slapping her around. She didn't like that.
Bang.
And maybe with Johnny's own gun.
You mean they haven't found his gun yet?
No.
Well, where the hell is it?
We'll find it. We'll find it.
You think the mob killed Johnny because he was talking to me?
Well, that's certainly the most plausible theory.
Unless you can think of somebody else with a motive.
No. He told me it'd be risky for him even to see me.
We want to give you police protection. Just for the time being, of course.
What kind of protection?
Jake would move into the house.
Move in here?
I'm housebroken. You won't even know I'm here.
No. No, that's impossible.
Maybe you aren't afraid for yourself, but what about your daughter? The mob wouldn't hesitate to hurt you or her.
I can take care of her.
These are very dangerous people. If it were me, I think I'd be concerned for my daughter's safety. This was a gang hit. They think he talked. They're going to be back. Unless you can think of some other reason as to why he was killed.
You're right. Maybe you'd better stay here.
Good.
Believe me, Miss Morgan, you made the right decision.
Hi, Jake.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. You want to try some of this?
Sure. I like the green ones.
You like the green one? Yeah, don't tell anybody. So do I. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Good.
I didn't know you cooked.
Hey, look out. I cook all the time. I'm a good cook.
Do you wear your gun all the time, too?
Well, only when I'm working. Only reason I'm wearing this particular gun is to let people know that I'm here to defend you.
Jenny, come on. Don't bother Mr. Stiles.
Oh, no, she's not bothering me. We're just having a little philosophical discussion.
Oh.
Right?
Anyway, you've still got a lot of homework to do. Come on. Let's
Hey.
go.
See you later. Is there a reason why you don't want Jenny to talk to me?
Jenny's been through a terrible ordeal.
Sometimes when you talk about it with somebody, it helps, you know?
Well, if she needs help, I'll find a professional. But as long as you're in my home, you leave her alone.
Drain plugged up?
No, I thought it had stopped, but it's okay. You spend a great deal of time lurking in the dark, don't you?
No, I was thinking about something.
What?
What if it was you they were trying to kill, and Johnny got in the way?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, you're probably right. Where were you exactly when it got hit?
Oh, let's see, I was
Exactly.
on the sofa, I think.
He was hit in the side of the head and the bullet traveled upward.
Oh, well, maybe I was standing, yes. You know, it's really difficult.
I know. It's hard to answer questions under pressure. It's a lot easier to ask them.
Just what are you getting at?
Oh, I'm not getting at anything. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what it's going to be like on the witness stand.
Why?
Testifying against the killer when we catch him. Or her. Well, have a nice swim.
You may be right, but I doubt it.
And my lawyer will have me out of here in an hour.
Oh, good. Always glad to provide employment for the criminal bar. Mr. Bernstein. Good morning.
This is an outrage, McCabe.
Yeah? I'd be disappointed if you didn't think so, Mr. Bernstein.
You know you can't hold my client. There's absolutely no evidence to link him to Alonzo's murder, not a shred.
Oh, have we given you the impression that we suspect? Mr. Bernstein, I do apologize. Your client is here as a concerned citizen, aren't you? Eager to assist law enforcement in solving this crime.
But that's the point. He doesn't know anything.
Well, maybe he's just forgotten. In which case, I would enjoy refreshing his recollection.
You got a charge? Make it.
Delighted. Oh, delighted, yes. This creep is one of the biggest cocaine dealers on the West Coast. I have it on good authority Johnny was interested in moving on him.
I am not a drug dealer, Mr. McCabe.
Eric.
Yeah, well, what about your pal's money laundering? Johnny knew how much that was worth.
Listen, McCabe.
My client has nothing more to say. I demand to know if you intend to hold him, because if I have to, I'll get a judge out of bed to order his release.
Oh, really? Oh, well, then we'll let him go. Of course, we may be forced to have him back in here along with all his creepy friends until one of them thinks of something that'll give us the killer. I speak hypothetically, of course, Mr. Bernstein.
Listen, my clients want Johnny's killer brought to justice just as much as you do.
I believe in miracles. But while I wait, all of those high-priced rodents, just like your lovely client here, can plan on getting very familiar with these surroundings. Good morning, gentlemen. Oh, my God, please.
Come in. Hi.
The maid forgot to take him out of the dryer. I thought you might need him.
Thanks a lot.
Can I get you anything else?
No, I'm fine. Thank you. How about you? You okay?
Okay, I guess.
Yeah. Come have a seat. You know, you don't have to pretend. Not with me, anyway. I know how tough it can be to see somebody like that.
Yeah, but...
But what?
What if somebody kills somebody by accident?
Well, that depends, really.
If he was a really bad person?
Sometimes, people get killed. And the person who did it, well, the person who did it could be a good person like your mom. Okay? Could be self-defense or could be an accident.
That good person doesn't deserve to be punished. And the courts understand that, all right? All right.
Thanks, Jake.
Yeah.
Candace Morgan.
What do you want most in the world right now?
Look, I don't take phone calls like this, and please don't phone me at my home.
Would it be information about Johnny's killer?
What information?
I thought that might get your attention. Now, here's what I want you to do. Good evening, Miss Morgan. Would you get in, please?
Your message just said information. Didn't mention traveling.
We need to go someplace private. We have something to show you.
Sorry. My mother said never get in cars with strange men.
Your mother also told you not to go out alone at night.
Thank you.
When the patrol found it, the engine was still warm, no sign of a struggle.
She met somebody then, huh?
Yeah, but who?
And it could be anybody. Could even be a story she's working on that has nothing to do with this case.
Yeah, we don't believe that, though, do we?
Not a chance. How you doing at the house?
I found some prescription shampoo in the shower. I guess Johnny Alonzo had dry scalp. Daughter claims he was never at the house except for the night of the murder. She also claims that the mother didn't even like him.
Claims a little too vigorously?
Yeah, I'll give you 4-to-1 odds that Johnny and Candace Morgan were lovers.
Now, Miss Morgan, we need your assistance.
Who are you?
I'm going to remove your blindfold. I don't need to tell you not to look around, do I? I want you to consider these men as candidates.
For what?
Johnny's killer? You tell us which one. All our problems are over.
I can't tell. It was dark and I couldn't see anybody.
Don't. There was gunshot residue on the window.
How did you know that?
The killer was 10 feet away from you. You had to have looked when you heard the first shot.
I'm telling you, I couldn't see any...
Look again.
No, it was none of them, I'm sure. What are you gonna do to me?
Take it back, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one thing first. I'm curious about Johnny's gun.
What?
Alonzo's .38.
It's not on the police property list.
Oh, but what does that mean?
He never left home without it.
All right, come on. Get the camera over here. Get the camera. Come on, turn it around over here. Hand over to the thing. Come on, give us the whole story. What are you hurt? You hurt? Hey, what did they do to you?
Give him a break. Give him a break.
Come on inside. That's it. That's it. What the hell kind of stunt was that?
I went to meet a source.
You did? What source?
Somebody who claimed to have information about the murder.
Why the hell didn't you tell me? Why didn't you check
Because
with me?
this is my house and my life. And I don't have to ask you for permission to do anything.
What if the mob was waiting for you?
Well, what if they weren't? They actually ran a lineup for me. They're desperate to find the killer, so McCabe will ease off on the pressure. So they had 4 guys standing. It was terrible. Oh.
Do you recognize anybody?
No. I explained to them I couldn't see because it was too dark.
That was it? They just let you go home like that?
I told them I didn't know, and they believed me. I'm gonna go have a bath.
Hey. They think you killed Johnny, don't they?
What the hell are you talking about?
No, they want you alive so McCabe can put you on trial.
That's the craziest thing I've...
Oh, no, it's crazy. But they know they didn't kill Johnny, so that leaves you, doesn't it?
Well, then arrest me. Muscle me downtown. We both know the reason you don't. No evidence. I've proved I've got nothing to fear from your mob. It's not necessary for you to protect me any longer. You've got 10 minutes to pack, and then I want you out of my house.
Hey, how are you? Out for a little early morning aerobics class?
We've had this discussion. Now, would you please get out of my way?
What's in the bag?
None of your business. Look, you've got no right.
No, I've got every right. I'm arresting you for the murder of Johnny Alonzo.
You're crazy.
Not because of the gun in the bag. You see, I took Johnny's gun out of the filter yesterday. The gun in the bag is a duplicate. We've been waiting for you to go for it.
You set me up.
McCabe squeezed the mob, and they squeezed you. Simple, easy, and very effective.
I want a lawyer.
Good idea. You're gonna need one. You have the right to remain silent. If you give up this right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Miss Morgan, you can do it. Do you have any statement to make before starting the trial? Miss Morgan, were you having an affair with Johnny Alonzo? Come on, did you do it? Miss Morgan, come on, Candace, what do you tell us what's going to happen? How do you feel?
Now, with reference to the People's Exhibit number 7, this .38 caliber revolver discovered by Detective Stiles in the housing of the swimming pool system. Have you examined this weapon?
I did a test firing with the gun. I then examined the bullet and compared it with the one that was removed from the deceased.
And what is your opinion, sir?
People's Exhibit 7 is the gun that killed John Alonzo.
Thank you, sir. No further questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examine.
No questions, Your Honor.
I don't get it. The man hasn't asked a single question.
Maybe it's a trick. Maybe he's got some secret.
Mr. McCabe, please call your next witness.
Your Honor, this concludes the people's case in chief.
Very well. Mr. Reed, please call your first witness.
Your Honor, at this time, the defense calls its first and only witness, Candace Morgan.
Mr. McCabe, you told me no good defense lawyer ever puts his client on the stand in murder one.
Did I tell you that?
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name for the record.
Candace Morgan.
Now, Miss Morgan, before I begin, I want you to understand that you are not compelled to take the witness stand.
I understand that. But I believe people are entitled to hear from my own lips that I'm innocent.
Very well, Your Honor. At this time, the defense would like to request a stipulation from the prosecution.
Approach the bench.
What's going on?
Your Honor, we request that the defendant take a lie detector test and that the results be admitted into evidence.
What the bloody hell is...
Mr. McCabe?
I was just ruminating, Your Honor, on the irregular nature of this request.
Well, now, Your Honor, the only thing irregular about this request is that it's usually the prosecution asking to have the test admitted, while the defense moves to exclude. Now, we're prepared to have the defendant swear to her own innocence using the district attorney's own expert to monitor the equipment.
I was right. It is the most devious trick.
McCabe, how can you object to this? You guys are always trying to get the test admitted. Well, here's your chance.
Mr. McCabe, will you so stipulate?
I'll only ask her one question, McCabe.
In the presence of the jury?
That's correct.
And only one question?
Right.
Well, what have I got to lose? I believe in the truth.
So stipulated. Proceed, Mr. Reed.
I'm afraid, my boy, we're about to be hung out to dry.
Is the people's expert ready to proceed?
I am. I need a few questions to set a baseline.
Of course. Candace, please state your occupation.
I'm an on-air correspondent for a national television news magazine.
And where do you reside?
I keep an apartment in Manhattan, but my principal residence is here. I have a house at the beach.
Now, for the purposes of setting a base, we also need an answer when you're not telling the truth. So, what is your age?
22.
That's fine. I'm set now.
Now, Candace, I'm only going to ask you one question for your defense. Please take your time before you answer. Did you shoot and kill the deceased John Alonzo?
No, I did not.
And what is the result of the answer?
The witness is telling the truth.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. McCabe, cross-examine.
No, at this time I have no questions for this witness, Your Honor.
Good morning. Or maybe I should say congratulations.
Maybe you should.
I left some things inside.
You have a key, which you can leave on your way out. Bye, Jake. It's been interesting.
Hey, is this Candace Morgan's house?
Yeah. She lives here, but you just missed her. She went right down the driveway.
That's a bummer, because somebody's got to sign for this. Maybe you could, and then just leave it inside?
I guess. What is it?
It's just lost luggage. Sucker went all the way to Tahiti before they found her.
Really?
Yeah, you know her?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Well, on TV, she's one wicked chick, the way she thrashes her guests around.
Yeah, listen, where do you want me to sign?
15, right? Here.
Okay. Is this the only thing I have to sign?
That's it, dude. She did all the other paperwork at the airport when she reported it missing. Here she was really ticked off.
She was ticked off, huh?
Gnarly tied.
Yeah, thanks.
Better.
I'll make sure she gets it.
The defense rests, Your Honor.
Do the people wish to present any further evidence?
We do, Your Honor. The people recall Candace Morgan.
The witness is reminded that she is still under oath. Proceed, Mr. McCabe.
Thank you, Your Honor. Miss Morgan, you're aware that although the police at first thought Johnny was killed at 8 o'clock, the medical evidence tells us the time of death was 7.
I'd heard that theory, yes.
Now, since 7 o'clock becomes a critical time, what would you say if I asked you where you were at that time?
I would say I was in the living room of my house.
But that's a lie, isn't it? And before your lawyer can call that argumentative, I would like to introduce a piece of evidence. Miss Morgan, what time did you return from New York the night of the murder?
My plane got in on time at 5:30.
And what did you do then?
Took a taxi to my house.
Now, that's another lie, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Because isn't this your signature? Miss Morgan?
It looks like.
May this form be admitted as the people's next in order.
So ordered.
Now tell us, please, what this form is.
It's a form for lost luggage.
And the airlines did lose one of your bags on that trip back from New York, did they not?
Yes.
And isn't the time stamped on the form showing exactly when you filed the form?
Yes.
Now, what is the time that you signed the form?
5 minutes to 7.
So at the time Johnny Alonzo was murdered, you were still at the airport, weren't you?
Objection calls for conclusion, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Miss Morgan, when the police examined Mr. Alonzo's revolver, they discovered 3 cartridges had been fired, but only 2 bullets were found at the scene of the crime. You have any idea where that 3rd bullet might be?
No.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Redirect, Mr. Reed.
Not at this time, Your Honor.
The witness may step down. Call your next witness, Mr. McCabe.
The people called Jenny Morgan.
Mr. Reed.
Your Honor, we object. This witness has absolutely no evidence of any relevance to this case.
On the contrary, Your Honor, we contend this witness has evidence of extraordinary relevance.
Well, if this is true, Your Honor, why wasn't defense informed during discovery? The only possible conclusion must be that Mr. McCabe was sandbagging us on this. It's a deliberate attempt to subvert our case.
Your Honor, we have no interest in subverting his case, whatever it may be. I can only tell the court that it was his own startling demonstration yesterday that led us to this witness.
I'm going to allow it. You may proceed, Mr. McCabe.
Thank you, Your Honor. Jenny Morgan will take the stand, please.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name for the record.
Jenny Sullivan Morgan.
It's okay.
Hello, Jenny. I'm J.L. McCabe. I'm the district attorney. And it's my job to ask you questions about the murder of John Alonzo.
I understand that.
You know, lots of people get nervous about testifying, but I promise you that as long as you tell the truth, you have nothing to worry about.
Yes, sir.
Now, my first question is, who was in your house at 7 o'clock on the night of the murder?
I was.
And who else?
Johnny.
But no one else.
Objection calls for speculation.
Sustained.
I'll rephrase, Your Honor. Well, Jenny, knowing that your mother was still at the airport at the time of the murder, who was in the house besides yourself and Johnny?
No one.
Now, at what time did Johnny arrive?
About 5:30.
And what did you say to him?
Just that my mom wasn't home yet.
And what happened then?
I went to my room.
You didn't stay around and talk to him?
No.
It's not very polite, is it? I mean, to leave a guest alone?
I don't know, I guess not.
Well, why did you do that, a polite young woman like yourself? Was it because you didn't like him?
Not particularly.
He was at your house a lot, wasn't he? Jenny, you swore to tell the truth. You know what that means.
Yes, I promise.
Then what's your answer? Honestly. Was Johnny at the house a lot?
Some. Yes.
In fact, he was practically living with your mother, wasn't he?
Objection, relevance.
I'm about to connect this up, Your Honor.
Overruled.
That means you have to answer, Jenny.
Well, she didn't like him anymore. She broken off with him and wouldn't go out with him anymore.
And that made Johnny pretty mad, didn't it?
I guess.
So what happened during the next hour and a half?
I don't know. I was in my room.
Well, we know Johnny had several drinks because of the medical report on his blood alcohol. You knew that, too, because you could smell his breath, couldn't you?
Yes.
And you smelled it when he came into your room, didn't you?
Yes.
And what did he say when he came into your room?
He wanted to know where Mom was.
Was he mad?
Yes.
Jenny, I'm sorry to have to put you through this. But please tell us exactly what happened next, will you?
I was on my bed doing homework. And he came over and started playing with my hair. And I told him to stop, but he wouldn't.
And what happened then?
He started unbuttoning my blouse. And I hit him, but all of a sudden he was on top of me, pulling at my... And I couldn't breathe. He was so heavy. And I screamed, but he only laughed.
And then?
Stop. Just stop. Can't you see? It's okay. I want to tell the truth. I was trying to fight him. And my hand hit his gun. I pulled it out and I was screaming and it went off once and hit the bedroom wall. And then I killed him.
And then your mom came home. What did she do?
She made sure he hadn't hurt me, and she gave me something to make me sleep. She said she'd take care of everything.
Then your mother moved the body downstairs to make it look as if he were killed there.
Yes.
You love your mom a lot, don't you, Jenny?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time, the people move to drop all charges against the defendant, Candace Morgan.
So ordered. And the minor, Jenny Morgan?
The people don't believe justice will be served by pressing charges.
The witness may step down. Case dismissed. Court adjourned.
Congratulations, my dear. You have done a very brave and wonderful thing.